Hello everybody, Rubber Mold Man here. As you can see, I'm wearing my good Sunday clothes. That's because I'm about to do some painting, and when you see how I paint, you're going to understand why I wear sloppy rags like this, because basically these become my paint rags as I paint. If you saw my last video, the one I posted prior to this, it was the very first mermaid statue that I took out of my new mold. This is that exact same statue, and I'm going to show how to do a paint finish on it. Now, of course, you can paint them any color you want, but I had a few people request kind of a sand-colored finish, and I figured this being a mermaid, that's very appropriate, so I'm going to show you one of the versions of a sand-like finish that I do. And of course, there's all sorts of variations to this. This is just one of them, but I'll show you my technique. Now, it's already been given the base coat. Again, base coat is exterior latex paint. I watered down the statue and just sloppily applied this coat of kind of brownish paint. So I don't know how well it's going to show up on the video, but it's not super coated. I mean, you can kind of see blotches of the concrete through it. That's fine. This is just a base coat. By the time we're done, this is going to look completely different. And as my son said, right now it kind of looks like a big milk chocolate statue. We're going to change that real quick, although that does sound delicious. So, my next step, this is the same color brown paint that was given the base coat mixed with a little bit of white latex paint to get just a slightly lighter color of this brown. So what we're going to do, and because it's a bigger statue, I'm going to go ahead and use a bigger brush here. Get a little bit of that on there, and just like my shirt used as a rag, I also use my work tables as I go. We get that kind of spread around. This can be a little heavier than sometimes I do with dry brushing, but here's the technique now. We just take a brush like this and we're going to start going over the statue here, just hitting the highlights, letting the brush do the work. We just kind of bounce it around. As you can see, super fast, kind of smash it in there. You'll notice the brush is kind of flayed out. That's because I smash it in to get some of the smoother areas of statues so they don't have streaks. I don't like when I see painting and there's all the streaks from the brushes. I try to get rid of that when I do painting, and the easiest way is just kind of smash it in where it's smooth. And then where it has detail, you just go back and forth across the detail. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to try to do the whole statue here, at least this color. I don't want the video to run too long, but actually, you know what? Just for the sake of time, we'll just do this side for now, and I'll touch up the other side in just a bit. But we'll just kind of put that on there. Now, if you wanted to change this up a bit, the base coat that I had, you could actually make it a little oranger in color, add a little bit more orange tint. That'll make it look more like sandstone. I've done that before. What we're going for today, though, is more kind of like a sand, just a beach sand look. And of course, there's no set color for that. If you've been to enough beaches, you know that sand is all sorts of various colors. But we're just going to use these colors for today, and that looks pretty good for that coat, but we're not done yet. Next step now is we're going to take just straight white latex paint. And again, exterior latex paint. And I've added water to this for other painting for washing down, so it's pretty runny. Generally for this, I like it to be thicker. I currently don't have thicker white paint, so we're just going to have to make do. So we're going to take that on here, and again, just kind of rub it all over the brush here. And this we don't want quite as heavy. We don't want streaks in that, so we'll get a little bit more off. And then just very lightly, we're going to go over what we've already done. We want less of the white than that beige coat we just put on. Just kind of a dusting, almost to where it looks like it's a terracotta piece that's been kind of scraped or something. If you're familiar with terracotta, it gets that white look when it's scratched sometimes. And you just kind of go over it. It just very, very lightly makes the details pop out a little more when you add that white to it. And I think we're about done, at least for this side. Like I said, because of the video, I don't want it to run long, so we're just going to stick to the one side here. But that is pretty much it. Now, at this point, obviously, I will finish the other side, and then I'm going to give it a spray coat of clear enamel spray. I use gloss enamel spray. Not so much to protect the statue. It has very little protective quality. What it does do, though, is it takes this finish and makes it look nice and shiny and smooth, almost like marble. And that's the reason I use it. It does protect the paint a little bit, but with that watered down base coat, the paint's going to stay on there pretty good anyway. But that is pretty much it. A nice simple finish. You saw how quick, this is a big statue. And with a brush like this, I mean, it literally just takes minutes. And I actually didn't do too bad. Normally I'm covered in the paint by the time I'm done. But I'm not going to come out here and wear my good clothes doing this, that's for certain. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed that. If you want more tips, don't forget to check out under this video for all my personal info, my website, my Facebook, email address. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.